Okay, let's cross to Barcelona. We can speak live to our correspondent Medina Koch, who's been around several of the polling stations there. Medina, what's the latest?
Well, Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy has just addressed the nation, and here in the heart of the Catalan capital, Barcelona, right on Plaza Catalunya, hundreds of people were watching his address live, and they heard really some interesting things that were said. Well, first of all, the Prime Minister said that there has been no referendum in Catalonia. Well, that might come as a surprise to so many people that we've seen today standing in lines for hours and protecting their polling stations just to have the right to vote. Now, it was also said by the Prime Minister that he also thanked the police for their work today, and he said that Spain has set an example for the world. Now, some here on this square and around the city and around the region would probably disagree with the Prime Minister, because today we've seen some really violent clashes taking place around the area between police forces and ordinary citizens that left their houses to go and vote this Sunday. And we do know that the number of injured people this Sunday has surpassed 760 people. Now, we've seen police forces being real violent towards different sorts of people, from students to elderly people. They were pushing people out of the polling stations. They were breaking windows. They were breaking the doors down, and they were real violent.
We proposed to resist without violence. They could have taken us by the arms and made us stand up, but they started shooting with rubber bullets and hitting us with batons. Grandparents, children, women, all crying, all suffering. Why? Just for wanting to vote, for wanting democracy.
We have united and formed a barricade. They detained and mistreated people, only for daring to lift a paper in the hands.
Well, this morning people were ready to gather peacefully, and they were telling us many times that for them it is very important to remain a peaceful gathering, just to protect their fundamental human rights. But really throughout the day, the mood in the crowd seems to have changed. Now, we've heard reports of injured policemen as a result of scuffles between the crowds and security services. People were building barricades around different polling stations, not only here in Barcelona, but in other parts of Catalonia. Now, we kept receiving different videos, including the ones where you can see several police officers running away from the crowd as people were actually throwing stones at them. So police officers had to get into their cars and drive away. At the same time, there was also quite an emotional video that was circulating online, where it was possible to see Catalan police officers trying to protect citizens of Catalonia from National Guard. Now, there was another video where you could see how difficult it is for some Catalan police officers to really still fulfill their professional duties. There was a video of a police officer crying and trying to hide his face while a man from the crowd approached him to support him and gave him a hug. Now, that was a very emotional video. Indeed, it was a very tough and a very difficult day for Catalonia. Now, the polling stations are closed. The count of the votes has begun, and people here on the square are waiting for some outcome for the results.
Yeah, truly bizarre scenes surrounding this example of European democracy. With the latest there, many thanks, Medina Koch. Now, Jose Enric Folch from the Catalan Solidarity for Independence coalition told us that all the violence coming from the police today was very unexpected.
The reaction of the people, it's that everybody here is much shocked about the police reaction. It is the national police who acts against the people. It is not the Catalan police. They don't show neither an order of procurator. They don't show neither an order of justice. They only react, entering with violence and taking out the ballots on the polling stations. It is never seen before. We could never believe that what we are suffering for democracy. It's incredible.